There's no clear sign now, it's just a ghost town. You made the city feel like home. Now I don't hear a sound, the silence speaks loud. And now I feel like I can't breathe. You're missing parts of me I didn't know I had before I ever knew you. I'm falling to pieces. I'm falling to pieces. took my hand and said, it's gonna be alright. I'm here for you tonight. I'm getting over kills. Can't believe that you are my lady. It's so crazy, it's so crazy. I'm getting over kills. Can't believe that you are my lady. It's so crazy, it's so crazy. I'm so high. For so long I've searched for something that feels right. For the love of my life. Then you took my hand and said, it's gonna be alright. I'm here for you tonight. Oh, I'm getting over kills for you, baby. Ooh, can't believe that you are my lady. It's so crazy, it's so crazy. She got the love for me, she got the love for me. She makes me feel like I'm the only one. She got the love for me, she got the love for me. She makes me feel like I'm the only one. I'm getting over kills. Can't believe that you are my lady. It's so crazy, it's so crazy, it's so crazy.
And guys, we're back with the first day of the quarterfinals for Pokemon Unite live shots. I'm joined with Kuma today. And Kuma, how are you doing? All excited for the quarters?
Yep, I'm pretty much excited. Like we've been seeing a lot, right, and also like so many epic comebacks from the start of the tournament. So I'm really excited to see. And also I'm really hyped about this matchup that we're gonna have for our first match. So what about you? What do you think about the first match that's gonna happen?
Well, the first match definitely. All of these matches are going to be super duper interesting. But I think the first match is definitely going to be a great way to start the quarters. We have Team Alpha Q and Bichugang, both very very strong teams,
Mm-hmm.
and have fought their way to here. I think to the this stage of the tournament. Definitely a very big tournament for the Indian community, and I'm hyped about it. What do
Yeah,
you
and I'm
think?
sure even the viewers are hyped about it. Like
Oh
we've
yes,
been
absolutely.
so many insane fight, and last night I don't know whether you were watching or not, but then there were so many comebacks. Like basically, how would I put it? The caster's curse. Like we were thinking like this team will win or that team will win, but at the end of the day, like you know, we don't know until the last minute, right? Until the
Oh man.
clock starts
Well,
ticking, so we don't know. So I'm really hoping for some insane matches today, and I'm pretty sure like the first match that we have versus Alpha Q versus Bitch, so exciting. We have watched both of them play, and we know like the players to mark, the players to watch out for, hoping for an epic Pokemon battle.
right. Perfect. I think yes. It is going to be an epic battle for sure, and both these teams super geared up, supercharged to take the fight. So I think without further ado, we let's get started right into the in the match. And before we do that, just wanted to talk about the ban. So we saw Blissey and the Lucario ban, Kuma. What
Okay.
Blissey banned from Lichu Gang and
Mhm.
Lucario banned from Alpha Q. Do you have anything to say about that?
I mean, Lucario is that kind of a hero which just dominates the top lane, right?
Yep.
We have been seeing Lucario for the entire duration of the match. So I'm actually not surprised to see it getting banned because in the hands of like when we have seen both Alpha Gang and Pichu Gang, they know how to utilize Lucario. So that being banned now, I'm not surprised. And Blissey, that's actually a surprise, but I'm pretty sure like from the other side of the team, like they might be well acquainted with it, so maybe that's why they banned it.
Yep. And we see a Wigglytuff and a Snorlax, duo from Team Alpha Q. What do you think about these picks? Are they going to go with the standard 2-1-2, 3-1-1 meta, or do you see a 2-1-2 meta coming out from both these teams here?
Most probably it'll be a 1-1-3 meta. I mean, like that's what we have been witnessing for the entirety of the tournament, right? And that's
Mm-hmm,
where
mm-hmm.
people are comfortable with. So I'm pretty sure they're going to be going with that. And I'm not so surprised about the picks and ban. I mean, the picks from both sides. Like we've been seeing this, but that is actually a really surprising pick coming out from Scepter. What do you think about that pick from Scepter?
From Scepter, so Cramorant, yeah, I think definitely not very frequently seen. But Cramorant is one of those, Pokemon that can really zone out an objective very, very well because of his Unite. So definitely, I would say not someone you want to mess around with and or to be taken lightly. And he's got the good CC as well, plenty of CC, I would say.
Hmm. And at the moment, like even chat, let us know in the comment section who do you think is gonna come out on top, whether it's Alpha Q or whether it's the Bichu gang. So let us know in the comment section which team are you guys rooting for, and also do keep interacting with us. So yeah, where the match is
Abs-
about to start, and who do you think like which drafting do you like better, from Alpha Q or Bichu gang? Which drafting do you like better?
So, to be honest, I think it's very difficult to say, but I mean, both these teams are well balanced, I would say, in terms of the draft. They've got a good, balance of offense and defense, and we see a 2-1-2 meta coming out from both these teams, Kuma.
Mm-hmm.
As I sort of guessed because I think the picks. So we've typically seen Theos, in a very all-rounder sort of role,
Mm-hmm.
but he's on Lucario or something like that. But he's not. He's been denied that today because of the Lucario ban, I guess.
Yep.
So interesting to see here for sure.
Yep. And also, if the viewers are surprised if Lucario has, why is Lucario not being picked? It's because of one specific reason. He has been banned out. Guess if you're just joining in the match, and we have a goal coming up from James on that Jigglypuff, so that's at point to go. And also, as
Yup,
you can
yup,
see on the
yup.
bot lane, they're just trading out so well. And yep, Snorlax is just gonna slip away. He's just gonna regain and come back into the match.
Well, I think it's been a long time since we saw Snorlax in the Tony, and I'm definitely very very happy to see him back. He's
Yeah, I
definitely
mean,
not a Pokemon
yeah.
to be missed
Honestly,
out.
you're happy because you're happy to see yourself in a match.
Wow, wow, Kuma,
Just kidding. And there's the first bee spawning, and it's gonna be Caesar.
wow. The
Oh
viewers, you see this? I'm being bullied on stream by Kuma. Report, toxic people.
no, I mean like facts don't care about your feelings, right? Just kidding. Yeah. So going
Well,
back into the match, DS Luffy is kind of overstepped. Like, and Pikachu is just gonna thunder shock them away, and they're gonna. So at the moment, and even on top side, you can see Wigglypuff aims. He's gonna pay for his life, and yeah, there's a trigger, and he has been sent in his joy, and yeah, just gonna reset off of that. But there was actually a little bit of overextension coming out from teams.
Yup. And Slowbro and Cramorant now, I think, just looking to try and steal some of those Audinos, but unsuccessful to them. Content with their own ones.
Hmm. So,
So,
but
I've noticed a lot of times teams are a little careless about the spare AOS energy that's dropped. For example, Cramorant is at max AOS energy right now. So,
mhm,
maybe Slowbro can just hop around and collect those while he's standing there instead of standing there, right?
mhm.
What do you think about that?
No, I mean at the end of the day, like whether they're being zoned off or how they're comfortable. I mean they might have a strategy, right? And also we don't, yeah, and also the caster's curse is real, so I just don't want to jinx it by telling them to do this and then end up paying with their lives.
Yes, I do agree. I
Okay, so
mean, but
that's
yes, I think
mhm.
the bees are about to spawn. The next set of bees are about to spawn, and we'll see a fight starting very soon. Here we go. And
So
nice tornado leaf steal there by Eldigos.
and also also, as you can see on the top side of the map, they're just gonna be settling down, and he might even go down here. He's really low, so he's gonna go right now. At the moment,
And
things are looking even on both sides of the map. Like, things will get spicy when the Dreadnought spawn, and here it is. So let's see. We can see rotations coming on from both instantly as they're looking towards to capture this Dreadnought, and let's see who's gonna secure the first Dreadnought of the match.
we can see Ivysaur and Water rotating a little late here.
Yeah.
So interesting to see. I think because of the change in picks and the metas now that are being forced out because of the draft, it's very interesting to see how they're rotating. I think a lot of things have changed. What do you think about that, Kumar?
I mean, a lot of things have changed, and also we've been seeing some comfortable picks, some weird things, but let's hold out to that because the Dreadnought has been started. There's an explosive fight coming out right now.
Cursed gets it. Greninja is the no, yes.
And they're just gonna turn everything around, and looks like Alpha Q is just gonna go for the Rotom because since they've lost the team fight in both of the match, so they're just gonna go secure the Rotom and they're gonna be scoring some points.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. I think Team Bichugang definitely getting some points here, but Alpha Q countering on the other side and also likely getting the Rotom here.
Yeah, so objective base wise, what do you think? Like, Rotom is better or a Dreadnought is better?
Personally, I would say stack them at different layers depending on the stage of the game. So I think at the initial stage, I think Dreadnought definitely gives your team the upper hand in team fights and in other things, other battles that you will face in the map, right? So definitely a Dreadnought which should have more priority. But I think as the game progresses, it depends on how far behind or ahead you are. For example, if you're a team that is ahead in the level, then you should look to prioritize Rotom so that you can get that level. You can gain that level your score gap as well.
True. That's absolutely right, though. And also, it depends on the situation and what type of Pokemon
Exactly.
they're using for, right? Because generally, if you have a Pokemon that needs evolution to reach their power spike, always
Yeah.
prefer to go for a Dreadnought. And also, the shield that you get from Dreadnought, holy crap, shield! It's so. I
The
honestly feel like
shield, the experience.
they should be nerfed a bit. Experience-wise, yeah, I understand, but the shield, right? It's enormous.
Yeah. No, I think it's definitely gotten a lot of nerf, and I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't say it's too overpowered right now, but I will say that I think what we were talking about earlier, where as soon as you get the first Dreadnought, you usually get the Unite unlock, right? Your junglers, if they're part of the Dreadnought fight or if they manage to get the Dreadnought, they typically get the Unite unlock, and that's a huge advantage in the fight, along with the
And
shield.
DLS Luffy starts the team fight up, and Slobo's just gonna go and Unite being popped everywhere. And this is gonna be so insane, target so much amount of damage, and I feel like he's gonna die, but no, he's just going over the sleeper pad, and Imps is gonna pay for his life, and even Miriam and Snorlax is gonna be sent to Nurse Joy, and that was a beautiful fight coming out from the bitches. Ooh. Can
Yes,
you
the
break down the fight for
Bichu.
me of what just happened? Because I saw so many Unite being popped right now.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think the Scorpions, true to their sting, they've stung them very hard here. Well played from Bichu, I would say. I think it was about Greninja. He was right there by in the back lines, chewing through Alpha Q and just wiping out their damagers, and that's where he really got the edge. Meanwhile, Alpha Q have also managed to secure the second Rotom.
Yep. I mean, it's a trade-off objective, but at the end of the day, Bichu Gang is coming out on top. And Alpha Q has a lot of things to do. I mean, but at the end of the day, we're about to hit 2 minutes of the mark, and that's where things are going to get explosive. Who secures the Zapdos and who can have better position on the map. But yeah, we have to watch out for this Pikachu as well. Because Pikachu is bulk on this Pikachu. He has reached the stage where he can dish out a lot of damage. He is positioned well, and he can dish out so much amount of damage.
Yes, absolutely. But I think the level difference will also now begin to tell because you can see Greninja at level 13 and Charizard at level 12, and there's essentially a one level gap between both these teams here because of that double Dreadnought that Bichugang has got.
Yep.
So I
So
don't think a
Zapdos is
third
gonna
Dreadnought is going to
spawn.
be spawning. Yeah.
Yeah. I think Zapdos is gonna spawn before the Dreadnought, and most
Yeah.
probably they're just gonna line up for the Zapdos instead of the Dreadnought. But
Indeed,
yeah,
indeed. I
Dreadnought is
think
gonna spawn in 25 seconds and Zebra is gonna appear 9 seconds. And as you can see, even Charizard and Wigglybuff moving up to the top of the lab to secure the upper side of the map, whereas
The
Pichugan
final
on the both
stretch.
sides waiting for an initiation or waiting for a gank.
and this has been a very, very low scoring match so far. I mean, I typically don't, from what I've noticed, Alpha Q's games are not so low scoring, typically. And, basically, there's only 28 points apart, these two teams. Both are hesitant to engage, I think. No one wants to get caught off guard.
Yep.
Both
I mean like
positioned in the bushes.
one mistake you make and that's gonna cost them the game. So, I'm like it's understandable that both of them are respecting each other.
Absolutely, absolutely. It is very good to see, and I think it is that tense moment, just this
Hmm?
quiet before the storm. Both these teams, and I think Jigglypuff gets caught here. Nice serve from Slowbro. Unite being caught from both teams. Venusaur with the Unite. Nice damage here from Team Alpha Q. Charizard with the seismic toss. Blastoise in trouble. And Team Bichu Gang now reversing the fight. Blastoise with that Unite. Alpha Q looks in some trouble here. First knockout, two Pokemon knocked out from Alpha Q, three Pokemon down from Alpha Q. Alpha Q in some serious trouble here. Four down, five down from Alpha Q. Oh my god!
That was a beautiful team fight overall coming up from Michigan. And also, if you have noticed, DLS Levy on that Blastoise make sure Charizard is not a part of the fight. Like Charizard
Yep.
is one of the highest damage dealer coming out from Team Alpha Q, and just DLS Levy on the Blastoise just zoned them off. And the team fight coming out from Michigan was well coordinated, and at the end of the day, they secured the Zaptor, and they're just going to score it 100, another 100. They're going to end up paying for their life, but we have 20 seconds on the clock, and it looks like we're going to go to gap 2 where Michigan is going to be up by 1 point.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think Bichu Gang looking very, very strong here. Great play from them in that
Five,
Zapdos fight. The
four,
Blastoise, I think the
three,
Unite was timed so
two,
perfectly.
one.
He waited
Yep.
till the absolute
Time's
right
up.
moment to when he has maximum impact with his Unite, and he landed that impact. As a result of which, Alpha Q is down by one game in this matchup.
Oh, that was some serious explosive fight, and I know,
You
like in
lose.
PayTM, we are going to be witnessing more explosive fights coming up from both of the team. I mean, in the beginning of the round, it went a little bit slow compared to what we were expecting. Because generally, knowing Alpha Q as well, they like to score, they like to have those fights, they like to pick those fights. But at the moment, they were respecting Bichigang, and Bichigang ended up paying them. And also, I honestly feel like because Bichigang were able to secure two drag nodes, so because of that, even in level, they were ahead. So because of that, they were able to turn the game around.
Yep. I think the level advantage definitely helped them in that team fight there. And kudos to Team Bichu Gang, very very strong there. Look very much composed and in control in that team fight, in the last team fight.
So what do you think? Like talking about the next game, what do you think Alpha Q should do in order to come back? Do you think like it was the drafting problem, or do you think it was rotation overall, or not securing the objectives?
I think it was the low scoring piece that the low scores essentially kept them very limited and inhibited to a lot of them didn't have their plus powers as well. So you unlock your the advanced levels of your abilities at 11 and 12. So they were just beginning to touch that during the Zapdos fight, and I think that's also what helps them back a lot.
Yeah. So like Alpha Q has a lot to do right now if they want to come back into this game, and I'm pretty sure we are going to be getting some exciting matches. So we will be right back from one
Don't
main
go
break.
anywhere,
So
guys.
yeah, don't go anywhere, guys.
Listen only.
You know the way you make me feel. I don't see what's the deal. You said you wouldn't leave. I said, this isn't me. Do you know how you make me feel? Come on, and let's be real. You said you wouldn't leave. Do you know? You know the way you make me feel. I don't see what's the deal. You said you wouldn't leave. I said, this isn't me. Do you know how you make me feel? Come on, and let's be real. You said you wouldn't leave. I said, this isn't me. Do you know? little too much. 'Cause now it's hitting me harder. It's just a little too tough. It feels like I'm running from the world, just like I had something to say. It feels like I can take over control. I never had it anyways. So what do you want from me? You got me feeling like I'm never enough. Just say, what do you want from me? You give me nothing when I'm waiting for love. Just say, what do you want? Maybe it's just a thing about getting older. Maybe it's just a thing about growing up. I didn't think that life could get any colder, but now I kinda feel it in my blood. 'Cause it feels like I'm running from the world, just like I had something to say. It feels like I can take over control. I've never had it anyways. Say, what do you want from me? Oh, you got me feeling like I'm never enough. What do you want from me? You give me nothing when I'm waiting for love. What do you
So, guys, yes, we're back, and sorry about that delay. We're just getting the draft done. So, as you all know, from the quarters onwards, Live Shots has a unique draft and ban system that we've introduced for the first time in Pokemon Unite Esports in India. And in this case, we have a Blastoise ban coming out from Alpha Q and a Blissey ban coming out from Team Bichugang. What do you want to say about that, Kuma?
I mean, I honestly feel like they don't want to deal with DLS Levi on that Blastoise because even last team fight, like DLS Levi on the Blastoise, he did so much amount of damage. Plus the way he zoned off everybody, like especially on the
Mhm.
Zapdos fight, like Charizard was not a part of the fight until the last minute. Why? Because Blastoise made sure that he wasn't a part of it, right? So I'm
Right.
thinking like they just want to take it away and like not give it because Blastoise overall he's a really good, especially if he is able to use his Unite properly.
Yes, yes, yes. Absolutely agree, Kuma. I think Blastoise can be devastating, and the amount of damage and the area of damage that he does it in is just crazy. And then CC, of course, as well. So damage, area, and crowd control. What more do you want?
Yeah, exactly. And I'm really excited to see what they're going to be picking like for this next phase. And I just want to see like you know if they don't follow the meta. Like last night we saw like some team picked up a Garchomp which we haven't seen in a pretty long time. But then he was so comfortable with it, and Talonflame was not able to do anything in front of that. So I just want to see some weird non-meta picks. You know what I'm saying? Like non-meta picks, just to see
Yep.
how
I
they.
think this draft is definitely going to be pushing people out of their comfort zones.
Mhm.
That is guaranteed.
And also, we know that Alpha Q and Pichu Gang, they have known each other, and I'm pretty sure they might have screamed as well, and they know each other. So in the first match, we saw like the respect coming out from both the teams, right? Like respect
Yes,
coming out from
indeed.
Alpha Q, Bichiging. Like that's not how they play. That's not how they generally play. So I'm really excited to see that. And yeah, let's move on to the pick phase. Let's move on to the draft phase. So as we can see, Lucario was banned the previous game, so that's why you're not able to see. So Lucario has been picked up by Tios. Shock me on the Snorlax. Imps is gonna go back to his Wigglypuff and Miriam. What do you think about this pick coming up from Miriam?
Merwin and the Gardevoir, I mean, I'll be very excited to see. I don't think I've seen Merwin play Gardevoir much, but yeah, definitely Gardevoir in the late game can be devastating. But the good thing is, I think, they have Machamp to really counter that Gardevoir. Machamp can get into Gardevoir, Gardevoir is
Mhm.
paper. So he can rip through that paper with his
Yeah.
muscles.
And also, as we can see, like Pikachu has been picked up by Scepter. In the previous match, they didn't opt for a Pikachu, whereas Volk went for a Pikachu, but now he's gonna go for the Cinderace. So, who do you think comes out on top? Coming into the late stages of the game, whether it's a Pikachu or whether it's the Cinderace.
I mean, to be honest, I would say in the later half it would be Cinderace.
Hmm.
Uh, sim- Simply because he has more DPS in the sense of it. Pikachu is more ability reliant, whereas I would say Cinderace is more DPS reliant.
Yeah, and also like if you look at the jungling lane, right, it's gonna be
Hmm.
Gardevoir versus Greninja, right? And we have seen
Yep.
what a Greninja can do, and especially using his invisibility, and also yeah, who do you think is gonna come out on top between Greninja and Gardevoir, right, the jungle?
So between these two, I think it'll definitely be difficult to say. But Greninja is my personal favorite, and
Hmm.
what I see is Alpha Q doesn't really have someone to get into the backlines to counter that Greninja. That I think is going to present them a challenge.
Yeah, unless Theos some magical moments for the team, right?
Yes. That is
Un-
something we missed talking about completely. Theos on his comfort pick. I think he loves playing Lucario and he's gotten that. So let's see what they can make out of this.
Yeah, and as you can see, DLS level is so low, he's just gonna go and take for a shot, and Theo's jumping and he's able to score 7 points. So that was
Yes.
beautiful, like yeah, just chilling on. And also, even if he might die here, and he's just gonna walk away to safety. And also, we see
Meanwhile, yeah.
yeah,
Meanwhile, you see all Theos almost getting knocked out by Levi in the top lane, but yeah, he just makes it out.
and Miriam comes and says hi to his teammate, and then he just gonna walk away.
Yeah, I think it's good to say. So both these teams now switching to a 3-on-1 meta. They're both showing that they can play both these metas just the way you want them. And the B
And
spawning here.
also, Snorlax might go down here. There was actually a really good full net coming off from Scepter on that Pikachu, but then Shock Meow is just gonna rest and he's gonna fill up his energy. And there's Super coming in. He's coming in strong, and there was a beautiful zoning coming out from Team Bichuken overall.
Yep. So far, once again, a very low scoring match. Only 7 points in the first, 1.5 minutes of the game.
I mean, all of them are expecting like the amount of respect given to like the opponents from each other. That's really
Yes.
fun to see because generally like they tend to go score a lot of points, and but at the moment we're just seeing some showmanship and respect. Like they know what these teams can do, right? They know each other so
Yep.
well. I'm pretty sure they have been watching how they are playing as well.
Absolutely, not just them. So I will definitely be, I won't doubt if we have all the other quarterfinalists also watching these matches to ensure they know their future opponent's strategies. And I think that's the right way to do it.
Mhm. And I'm actually happy to see like the formation coming out. the teams. Like if the jungler is spot the top, like Chicken also goes up, and Mario might die here. He's so low, and even shocking Mio. Yeah, both of
Zero
them are
HP
running for
escape.
their life.
Zero HP escape there from Meru.
If Pikachu is dealing the September Pikachu is dealing some crazy amount of damage and coming into the later stages, this Pikachu is gonna be useful because we know how Pikachu. The beam fight has been started and Ames is getting really low. He needs help, he needs to gun off. Snorlax comes and this by
And see,
Ames survives.
that's the thing with Gardevoir, right? I mean, early game he's very fragile, very weak. I mean, he doesn't stand a chance against the Pikachu early game. To put it short.
Yeah, I mean, they just have to wait for their evolution to come out later on in the stages when they hit their height. That also there's gonna make a lot of changes. And as you can see, Theos is still up top, whereas Greninja Machamp is already going towards the bot lane for the Dragnoir, and the Dragnoir is gonna be started.
Alpha Q, yes, Alpha Q goes in for the Dreadnought. Curse it! He just latches onto that, Dreadnought like bees to honey. He has not missed, I think, that Dreadnought in any game, and as a result, he gets a double knockout there, takes out Cinderace, takes out the Lucario, and Team Bichugang gonna get some points in here.
Yep. That was overall a beautiful play coming out from Team Bichugang. Like Theos on that Lucario, he was a bit late to the team fight, which costed them a lot, which cost them the Dragnoir, and also Bichugang. Like in the first game, as we've seen, they were able to secure the first Dragnoir.
Yep, indeed. And Bichugang now at double the points of Alpha Q, so Alpha Q definitely again under a little bit of pressure. Theo is the only one that has scored for Alpha Q so far with 62 points.
And Imps is going very low, and he's going to be taken out by Curse, and even Shoppy is running for his life. He needs to go leap, recover some health, and join the team fight. And as we can see, Theos, I think they're going to lose this team fight, so he knows that they can't contest it anymore, so he's going back, but he's going to go back to the team fight again, and the Retron is so low and has been secured by Bichugang, and if they're able to score, they'll be getting a lot of points, and Theos is got in between everyone, and he's going to be sent back to Joy.
And the Rotom is there, touch the base, so I think Bichugang will definitely look to score more points. 31 points from Machamp here, 30 points from Snorlax, and that's both the base's first goals destroyed by Bichugang for Alpha Q. And Alpha Q definitely under a little bit of pressure here. Fight continuing, Snorlax in some trouble here, Machamp taking the fight to them, and I think Bichugang trying to disengage here, wise decision. And they might be stretching it here. Now Pikachu with that Unite knocks out a few. In fact, knocks out Wigglytuff and Snorlax and
Greninja, did you see the held on curse Greninja? He was able to run away with Sleeper of Hell, and Theos might pay for his life for overstanding a little bit, but let's see whether he can turn this thing around. And there was a beautiful juke coming up, but DLS Levy secures the kill on Lucario.
Theos on a trip to Nurse Joy.
Yeah, and Dragnoir has already spawned in bot lane, and Theo is going to be a little late for this team fight, and let's see whether they can secure this Dragnoir. If Dragnoir goes into the hands of
What a Unite!
Shock Meal steals away the Dragnoir, and this is going to be the fight is going to be in favor of Team Alpha because they secured the Dragnoir, and DLS will be the next one to go down. Greninja is taken out by Wigglytuff, and Snorlax is the next one to follow. Whereas on the other side, Greninja has been taken out by Slow, bro. That's actually really surprising to see. But yeah, Team Alpha Q coming out on top in the side of the map, and with that they're able to score, and they've finally crossed the 100 mark.
Did you see the HP with which that Wigglytuff escaped? I mean, I wouldn't even call it 0 HP. it was 0.0001 HP.
Yeah, that was like a sliver of help, but that fight, all credit goes to Shock. If Shockville hadn't secured that right now, then the team would have looked really bad for Alpha Q.
Yep, I think poor Cursed was cursed by the Caster's curse, and unfortunately he mistimed his Unite on that one, but definitely a great attempt from him. But because he dived in a little too early, he was taken out first, and as a result of that, I think Alpha Q won that fight.
Don't give up!
There's a lot Rotom has gone and DLS seems just gonna exchange some damage with each other and Shock Mio taking a lot of damage. He needs to go back, he needs to sleep and they can't afford to lose this Rotom, so we're gonna be seeing an explosive fight right now and DLS Levy going in for the Snorlax and Teos just comes in and just smacks him back. So the beautiful kill coming up from Shock Mio and Green Ninja. Look at the damage coming up from both Green Ninja and the Pikachu. Because of that, they're able to kill two of the members of Alpha Q, and with that, they'll be able to secure the Rotom.
Absolutely,
So
absolutely,
many
and
fights happening now everywhere.
I think this is definitely Alpha Q and Bichugang putting their best foot forward. Both teams engaging it head on, relentlessly. I think, and we're yet to see some action from Meruem. I think he's still on the 0 point score mark, and definitely I haven't seen that as much as expected from him so far in this matchup. Meruem now taking on Slowbro. Slowbro backs off, engages.
Yeah, I mean, he just did some damage so that just to make sure that he's not there for the Zapdos. Zapdos has spawned, so we're going to be seeing an explosive team fight right now. We're entering the last few stages of the game, and Tio starts it off by doing some damage out on Levy, and Levy just gonna walk away, and DLS Cliffy taking some insane amount of damage, but he'll be able to recover, and they'll be going in, and he goes in a little bit deep as well, he's going in deep, and Miriam is there, and Shock Mio comes in, and Unite being popped everywhere right now.
Yes, so far still, Alpha Q definitely getting the better of this fight. They've gotten one down, but both teams, neck and neck so far. Wow, Theo's taken out by Eldegoss there. Both teams much have in some trouble here, but neither willing to back off. Pikachu takes out Cinderace. I think Bichu now taking the lead in that fight. Two Pokemon down for Team Alpha Q. Alpha Q looking in some major trouble here. Wigglytuff taken down. Now three down for Alpha Q. Gardevoir in trouble. Gardevoir getting chased by a four-man. Ninja on the chase, takes out the Gardevoir, and this looks to be Bichugang's fight once again.
Yep. And all credit goes to Scepter. Like Scepter was attacking that fight. Like early game he took some damage, but he was able to position himself. And Trios, he's trying to check whether Zapdos has started, and he might pay for his life. But Scepter is gonna take out Trios, and with that, they take the fight. But Zapdos is still alive, and on the side of Bichugang, they're so low. So Alpha Q might be able to capitalize on that, and Zapdos has been started, and it has been taken away by Bichugang on Scepter. So with that, they might be able to close out the game. We have entered the final stage of the match, and let's see what's going to happen. And we can see Curse Scepter going through, and they might be able to score some points out. And if they do so, the lead would be massive. That Alpha Q will not be able to come back, and with that, we're going to game 2 where Bichugang leads.
2-0. Yes, Alpha Q will definitely be in a lot of pressure after this game. This is a best of 5 series, and they're down 2-0. What do you think, Kuma?
I mean, honestly speaking, it was a beautiful performance coming up from both the team. And I have to say, like, Miriam, he needs to step up because Miriam is the kind of a player, who dishes out a lot of damage coming up from Alpha Q, right? But then
Yep.
Alpha Q were lacking damage. I mean, they were lacking so much of damage. So I don't know where
hmm
did the damage go. But then, as you can see, like I said about Scepter on this Pikachu, right? Scepter is gonna be dealing a lot of damage later on. And even as we can see here, Scepter has dealt 26% of the damage overall coming up from Team Bichugang. Like he knew how to position himself, and all credit goes to Scepter and even Curse on the Green Ninja. He's been popping off for his entirety of the match. Oof.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. But I think, in this particular game, Curse is not being as effective as you'd like him to.
Mhm.
And Machamp also, Levi, very low on that damage. What do you say about Levi?
I mean, Levi damage has not been dealt, but then he was able to, tank a lot. Like compared, I mean, DLS Luffy has tanked more for his damage for his team, but then even DLS Levy being a fun liner there for Team Bichu, and because of their able to come on top. But if you look at the opposite side of the map, right, for Alpha Q, right, Teos on the Lucario dealt more damage than Vok and Miriam. So I'm really surprised to see. I'm really surprised to see that
Yep.
Teo has done 30 damage for Team Alpha Q.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think both these teams. We're going to see. This is good. This is good. Make or break for Team Alpha Q here,
Mhm.
and definitely it's going to be very exciting. If they can come back with more life shots and really get going in this game 3 here, bring it back to a 2-2, and then go to a deciding fifth game, or can Bichu Gang take it away? To
Ah,
know the answer to that, guys, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with the next game very soon. And you're watching live shots presented to you by Crowd Control Esports. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
I stood at the edge too long and watched the waves carry my soul off farther than I could see. That's when I reached the end of me. Emptier than the sky, light was in full exposure. One bullet to the bullseye, my heart was taking over. I forget my lows in the afterglow, in the afterglow. Solace is composed in the afterglow, in the afterglow. Reveries unfold in the afterglow, in the afterglow. Never letting go of the afterglow, of the afterglow. hold on. One more moment before it's gone. After the taste, I'm desperately chasing. Nothing else quite equates to a peace I'm feeling after a taste. I won't need to waste my time with pain, 'cause I never known this healing. I forget my lows in the afterglow, in the afterglow. Solace is composed in the afterglow, in the afterglow. Reveries unfold in the afterglow, in the afterglow. Never letting go of the afterglow, of the afterglow. I feel so frustrated, and I make it so damn complicated for myself. My world seems like it's deflating. Oh, but I have to smile throughout it for everyone else. Sometimes I wanna fly high up to the clouds, and I just wanna cry, die, and never come down, down. I'm the silence in the noise, I'm the snowflake in the storm, and I'm so fragile, already torn. 'Cause my head is the worst of them all, but I'm unbreakable. But I'm unbreakable, yeah, I'm unbreakable, yeah, unbreakable. I'm the silence in the noise, I'm the snowflake in the storm, and I'm so fragile, already torn. 'Cause my head is the worst of them all, but I'm unbreakable. Most of the time I'm jaded, 'cause I keep quiet instead of honest. Someone help. Sometimes I wanna fly high up to the clouds, and I just wanna cry, die, and never come down, down. I'm the silence in the noise, I'm the snowflake in the storm, and I'm so fragile, already torn. 'Cause my head is the worst of them all, but I'm unbreakable. But I'm unbreakable, yeah, I'm unbreakable, yeah, unbreakable. I'm the silence in the noise, I'm the snowflake in the storm, and I'm so fragile, already torn. 'Cause my head is the worst of them all, but I'm unbreakable. Yeah, I'm unbreakable. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm unbreakable.
Run and jump to the other side. We can make that right. We won't fall, you and I. You know we can fly. Have all along. Don't prove me wrong. Tell me you won't let me down again. Don't let me down again. twice. Two wrongs don't make a right. Run and jump, roll the dice. Please don't waste my time. Say what's on your mind. You know what's on mine. You know what I want you to say, so say it now. This war between us, I just wanna tear it down. Tell me you won't let me down again. Don't let me down again. Don't let me down, don't let me down again. Don't let me down, don't let me down. Let me give you something to feel good about. Good about. Good about. Good about. I can give you something to feel good about. Good about.
so Kuma, game three. Alpha Q under a lot of pressure here. I think 2-0 down. What do you think? What do they need to do here to make a comeback?
I mean, honestly, it all depends upon the rotation and making sure they're securing the objectives, right? Because only
Yep,
like even if you look at overall, like among the four Dreadnought, like three Dreadnought had been secured by Michigan in overall games, right? And only one was
yep.
secured by this thing Alpha Q,
Alpha
right?
Q.
So they need to make
Right.
sure they're right there for objective, and also they should make sure that they are there when a team fight is about to happen, because as we have noticed, like they were a little bit laid back and they reached the team fights late, so because of that they lost a lot of the team fights coming out from both of them. So tell us about the pick and ban fest, I mean the ban that has been done by both the teams.
Sure. So in terms of the band, I think Blissey and a Wigglytuff ban. So Blissey being consistently banned all three games by Bichugang, and Alpha Q now banning Wigglytuff, right? And of course, I don't know. I mean, I, I don't know if it's a target ban with that Blissey, or what do you think is the strategy around that Blissey? It definitely looks like it's working, but I want
Yeah,
to. I'm
and no,
curious
I
to know
mean
what the
like
strategy is.
Blissey, right? What
Yep.
I've noticed is aims on this Blissey, right?
Hmm.
He's really scary.
Ah,
And then like
yes.
what I've noticed from the previous matches as well, like whenever like I mean Team Alpha Q always make sure they got the Blissey for themselves, right? Because the amount
Yep.
of damage, I mean like the amount of damage, I mean not damage but in the tank plus the heal that comes up, like there's so many CC coming out from Blissey. So maybe because of that they want to stay away from them, or maybe Bichu gang their supports and all are not so comfortable using Blissey. So maybe that's one of the reason why they have been blending Blissey the entirety of the match.
Yes, absolutely. And also talking about the drafts that these two teams have, right? I think it's going to be a very interesting matchup with Alpha Q. Not really going with a very support-based draft. What do you think? What do you have to say about that? Of course, the draft will be coming up on the viewer screen very shortly. But yeah,
Yeah, I mean the viewers don't know what they're picking, but we know, right? And
yes,
also
yes,
like
yes.
they will be really surprised to see the picks as well. Especially like, should we give them the spoiler ahead, or like should we just
Sure, sure,
let
sure.
them
I think they need some live shots. We don't see enough chat in action in the chat, so they definitely need some live shots. And let's give them spoilers.
yeah, so let's just see, like there are some weird picks coming out from Team Alpha Q, so let's see whether you guys can guess it or not,
Yes, absolutely. And with that, so our streamer doesn't want us to give spoilers, and he says, "Let's go right into the game." So we
right?
go right into game three of Alpha Q versus Bichu Gang. Bichu Gang 2-0 up in this game.
Yep.
I think
And
a
I
lot
would
they'll
be
be going in
really
with a lot of confidence.
yeah,
Yes.
I mean like they will be going in with a lot of confidence, right, into this game. And I would be really sad if like Alpha Q has to say bye bye to this tournament so early. I mean like by going Bichu Gang nailing them with 3-0, right? That would be really sad. That would be like a massive upset. And let's talk about the big band picks coming up from both the team, right? Like I'm surprised to see this Ninetales being picked up by Volk. What do you think about this pick on Volk?
So I think a Mammoth Ninetales pick, right, is definitely a combination that we have seen being used in meta. But given that the opponents, they have Greninja in the opponent, it will be a very interesting to see how they can, how Wolf can really play around that Greninja.
Yeah, true. And also talk me about this Mammoth Wine. Like tell me about this because I haven't seen this Pokemon even once. So like this is the first time I'm gonna this Mammoth Wine being picked up. So walk me through about this Pokemon.
Sure. So I think Mamoswine is hardcore defender. Go right in, pick them up and pull them out. So and I think that's why they sort of picked up that mind to sort of counter that Mamoswine. If he dives in at you, you can push him back with of course mime, right? So that's the logic behind Michugang's mime, and definitely I think this is the beauty of the draft phase that really helps us
Yep.
I think pick up these interesting thoughts behind different picks, right, and metas.
Yeah, and then like see, we have reached so far into the stages, and nowadays since we have gone for this drafting phase where they're gonna be picking one by one, so we'll be seeing a lot of counter picks coming up about the team. And shock me, he is a little bit deep inside the enemy territory and he might be punished, but yes, he goes down and will Alpha Q punish the rest of them, but I don't think it's gonna happen and Imps is just have to run for his life. Pikachu on this, I mean Scepter on this Pikachu. Holy shit, even from the previous match, we have seen what he can do and he dealt so much amount of damage forcing Imps and run away.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And I think, Ames, Alpha Q definitely need to just pick up on their game here, make sure they're not making any mistakes. And we see a Blastoise or a Squirtle, solo lane in the top for Team Bitchu Gang. So we first saw this from Theos in game one of the, round two. But interesting to see. The tides have turned now.
Yep. Like things at the moment, like we know that like we have seen both game one and game two, and they're off to a normal start as usual. Like not much has been scored, but once we hit the timers, like we are gonna be seeing an explosive fight. So viewers, if you are here and if you have missed out the first and second matches between Alpha Q and Bichu Gang, you guys are in for a treat because these are going neck to neck.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And Alpha Q for the first time in this tournament, in fact, any of our tournaments down by 2-0, and definitely feeling the heat here.
Yep. They must be under a lot of pressure because I haven't seen them, lagging behind by this much. So they might be under a little bit of pressure, and let's see whether they can come back in this match or not. And also, chat, let us know in the comment section whether you think Alpha Q is gonna take it to game 3 or whether
Game 4.
game 4 or Bichi Gang is gonna say bye bye to Alpha Q. It's just gonna knock them out of the tournament. So let us know.
And I think, yes, absolutely. And I think, Bichu Gang will definitely make an impression in this tournament if they're able to do that. They will definitely be raising some eyebrows.
Yeah, and as you can see, the beehive is gonna be taken by James, but then he gets knocked out by Curse immediately, and Shockwave might be the next one to follow. We're not so sure as Curse and Im's running for their life and no one gets paid, but there was actually a beautiful rotation earlier coming up from Burial. That I so
Yes, not.
they were able to kill Luffy, and because of that, they were able to secure the lead.
Absolutely, Kuma, absolutely. And I think the way Team Bichugang used the slow smoke there to protect Curse was beautiful. They saw he was in low HP. Insta use of that slow smoke and very well placed. So definitely well played there from Bichugang. But they're behind by points so far.
Yeah, and right now Dreadnought has spawned, and both teams are coming down.
Yes, indeed, Kuma. And the fight is erupting here. We see Unite being popped. Greninja on the chase takes out the 90s. Greninja now looking to takes out the Mammoth as well. And Team Bichu Gang once again very strong onto the Dreadnought. And I think the Greninja getting that Unite before the Dreadnought fight even started is just crazy for Team Bichu Gang. And they'll be scoring some heavy points here.
Oh, indeed, there was actually a beautiful fight coming out again from Michigan. And also right now, as you can see, Alpha Q, all of them has gone to the top side of the map, saying like, hey, at least you guys got the Rotom, but then you guys got the Dreadnought, but we're gonna secure the Rotom, and if the Rotom reaches them, they will be able to score a lot of points, and yes, they do. And with that, they come back right into the game.
No, I think that was very well played by Bichua. Actually, they saw they only had 17 points in their goal. So they let the Rotom come and collide and destroy it. So there was no risk of future damage.
Yep.
And, very good strategy or, smart strategic play from Bichukang here for sure.
Yep. And right now, like if you look at the level differences as well, like pretty much close compared to the previous matches, except for the support, right? Except for the bot lane, pretty much everything is close. So we'll be seeing some really good matches, and then Theos goes in, but to no avail. He couldn't do anything. Like he just felt trouble. They're just gonna walk away.
Yep. 24 points between these two teams here. I think after the second Dreadnought, if any team is to get both Dreadnoughts together, is where we really start the level difference starting to come up, and that is where you typically want to just sort of dominate them in team fight.
Yeah, I mean, Alpha Q should make sure that they secure this Dreadnought. If they don't, then the game might turn into the favor of Bichu Gang, right? We have seen from the past two games what Bichu Gang can do if they are ahead, right? As seen from
Yes,
game one.
absolutely.
And as you
15
can see,
seconds to Red now from here.
uh, Teos is making a towards, and then he gets spotted out by the Pikachu, and he's going to be, and they're going to deal a lot of damage, and Teos is already slowed down, but then here comes Unite coming up, popping up from everyone, and Pikachu does a lot of damage to the Blasters as well, and because of that, they're able to get so many kills on Alpha Q, and with that, there's only two members from Alpha Q left. Do they pay for the left? And yes, they do. Greninja gets the double kill, and with that, they might be able to secure this bank. Now, things are looking really, really bad for Alpha Q at the moment.
Yep, Alpha Q in all sorts of trouble. They've lost this team fight again. Bichu Gang will definitely have that level advantage, but they're trying to get the Rotom. It depends if they're able to push the Rotom in here. Meanwhile, Mine taking an unnecessary fight, I think, but yeah, because of that crowd control, he's able to escape.
Yeah, and with that, they're just gonna reset. And you know, the only saving grace I see for Alpha Q to score some points, but they need to make themselves in a really good position before the Zapdos as well. If not, then this is, I mean, the game looks, man, I mean, like, Gang is gonna take the victory.
Yep, I think I would love to know what's going in the minds of the Alpha
Don't
Q
give
team
up.
players right now. Given that they're definitely one of the favorites, and would have looked to sort of get into that final, right? And right
Sure.
now it doesn't seem likely. And of course, the Michoacan players will be hyper excited about this right now, the situation they're in.
Yep. If I was in Gucci Gang's place, then even me, I would be nervous cause to close out the game, especially like
Yes, yes,
when you're
yes.
about to win and when you're about to close, there's some certain level of nervousness that comes to you, right?
Yep,
Even
yep.
you have played some few competitive games, even me myself. So when closing out the game, that's like the most nervous thing. It's not the
You
beginning of the
need
matches,
nerves
but
of
then closing
steel.
it out. Yeah. So let's
You
see
need
whether
nerves
they
of steel.
can hold on through this.
Yeah, Bichugan
Because
going all out in defense here. You can see the formation. They're very well spread out. They don't want to take any fights, and they want
Final stretch.
Team Alpha Q to initiate the fight.
We're in trouble.
yeah,
Let's
and
see here.
Zapdos has won, and we've entered the final stretch. And as you can see, some damages are being shoved here by Chigang in order to attract Alpha Q. They're like, hey, we're just gonna wait for you guys inside the bush. And it doesn't matter for Pichugang even if they're stalling it out, right? Because at the end of the day, they're leading by a huge amount. And as you can see, Miss DLS, Luffy
Bichugan,
Trooper, and Scepter, they're gonna score some points right here and now. Further extend
Go.
their lead. And that was a beautiful play coming up from DLS Luffy. And with that in mind, they are ahead. They have crossed 200 minutes of the mark, and a fight is gonna happen right now.
yep. Alpha Q now being forced into that fight. Unite's being popped here from all sides. Blastoise popping his Unite. Alpha Q in some trouble here. Alpha Q, Pikachu pops his Unite. Yes, first knockout is Mammoth from for Bichugang. Alpha Q, 2 down, 3 down, all 5 down. Oh my god, this is
Don't
game
give
over
up.
for Alpha Q.
Yep, and this will be a really, really easy secure coming out Pichu gang. And with that, all five of them are alive. So with that, they're gonna go and they're gonna score. And I honestly feel like this is the end of the road for
What a
Pichu because I
goal.
don't see a comeback coming out from this anymore.
What a goal.
Indeed, Kuma, indeed.
What
This
a
was
goal.
not what anyone had expected. Bichugang really creating a huge upset here. And, no one would have expected them to beat Alpha Q 3-0.
Yep, this is
That is
actually
the
one of the
quarterfinal
biggest
final
upset
stage.
in the tournament, and this is what tournaments are for, right?
Yes,
Like
indeed,
your
yes,
favorites
indeed.
come in and yeah, and then they get knocked out, and it's all a part of the tournament. But then talking about the team fight back then, like Geos was on the back of Pikachu, but Pikachu was able to reposition himself so well. If they had taken out the Pikachu, then it would have been really bad for Pikachu game. But
Five,
Scepter on this Pikachu was
three,
massive, and also
two,
let's not forget
one.
DLS on this Mr. Mime.
Time's
Like
up.
they
Yes,
knew why they
indeed.
picked Mr. Mime, and with that they were able to come out on top. And props and well played to Team Alpha Q. And this is the end of the road for them. But this is not the end, right? This is just they're just gonna
Yeah,
close
I
out
think
another
You
chapter, and
lose.
they're gonna be beginning a new chapter. But congratulations to Team Bichu Gang for making it through to the next round.
yes, yes, yes. Bichu into the semis, and they'll definitely be very, very, very excited about this. They can give themselves a pat on the back. I think beautifully played here from Bichu Gang.
Yep. And also, like I said, Scepter on this Pikachu, right? All the teams that I will tell you, like, take away this Pikachu from Scepter, like, take it away. Because
Yep,
even
yep,
in
yep.
game one, we saw game two and game three, even now, the way he positions himself and then the way he dishes out damage, right? Right now, he has
Mhm.
dealt 35% of the damage and also DLS Luffy. Like, he is the unsung hero for Team Bichugan for them to come out on top because DLS Luffy, whatever champion he has picked, right? He's able to
Right.
take a lot of damage, plus he's able to zone so many of the carries out and been protecting their carries, right? So
Yep, yep,
all
yep.
prop goes to DLS Leafy, but also let's not forget Curse, Levi, and Trooper as well. Like, all of them did their best, and because of that, they're able to come out on top. And we will be seeing a lot of them in this tournament.
Yes. All right. So with that, guys, game one of the day won by Bichu Gang 3-0. Big, big, big upset. And definitely very excited to see what, lots more to come. I think Team Soul versus Zero Degree, our next match. And that's going to be a big, big matchup, right? Coming up right for you guys. So don't go anywhere. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Destroy that share button and get us everyone on the live shot stream. Kuma, over to you.
Yeah, don't go anywhere because we have some more explosive matches coming for you, right? This is just a tip of the iceberg of what the teams are going to be bringing in, right? And also next up we have Sol, and all of you guys are familiar with Sol, and if you guys have played Wild Rift or Arena of Valor or any other mobile game, you know that that team is been action packed, right? It's fully packed with like noticeable players. Plus, we have some really good players like Kaz, Siege, who has been known in the mobile community for so long. So don't miss it out.
Absolutely.
And also, yeah, we'll be back with the next matches. So stay tuned, and we'll be back.
Explode me, explode me. Give it all to me, give it all to me. Explode me, explode me. Give it all to me, give it all to me. 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 Let me give it all to me. You make me feel like I've got dynamite inside. You make me feel so free. I can't wait till you're here by my side. Light that fire in me. Give it all to me. Give it all to me. Give it all to me. Let me give it all to me. Explode me, explode me. Give it all to me, give it all to me. You make me feel like I've got dynamite inside. You make me feel so free. I can't wait till you're here by my side. Light that fire in me. Give it all to me. Give it all to me. Give it all to me. Let me give it all to me.
Years together don't just go away like that. I do everything I can to forget, but nothing ever works. I'm still filled with hurt. Wish my memory could be blurred. If only I could erase the things we used to do. If only I could have amnesia when I think I let you in and right away my walls crashed down. You loved me till you left. I tried to numb the pain now, but nothing ever works. I'm still filled with hurt. Wish my memory could be blurred. If only I could erase the things we used to do. If only I could have amnesia when I think of you. If only I could erase the things we used to do. If only, amnesia when I think of you.
I will shatter the silence. Oh, I'm telling you, I'm telling you. I am fearless. Felt like I was stuck in chains. All this time with you, I took the pain. Knew that it was wrong to stay. So I told myself I'd walk away. I think I'm ready now, ready now, ready now. And I'm so over you dragging me down. Just wanna let it out, let it out, let it out. Feel so free, gonna shout it out loud. Without you I'm limitless. There's nothing that you could do to break my spirit or shatter the silence. Oh, I'm telling you that I am fearless. Without you I'm limitless. There's nothing that you could do to break my spirit or shatter the silence. we defend the land we conquered back in high command. I don't wanna be the only driver. Settle down today, we'll find a way to run towards what we have made. Take my hand and drive tonight. We'll find a way to bring back sunlight. We will find a way. Don't tell me I'll find a way. Don't break me, I'm here to stay. All these dreams are passing by. We'll find a way to bring back sunlight. Don't tempt me, I'll find a way. We will find a way. We will find a way. We will find a way. Don't tell me I'll find a way. Don't break me, I'm here to stay. All these dreams are passing by. We'll find a way to bring back sunlight. Don't tempt me, I'll find a way. We will find a way. Don't wanna be the only commander. I'll settle for the last remaining dancer. Can we take flight and do what's right? Damage the side of modern life. Don't wanna be the lone survivor. Don't tell me I'll find a way. Don't break me, I'm here to stay. All these dreams we're passing by. We'll find a way to bring back sunlight. Don't tempt me, I'll find a way. We will 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 find a way. Don't tell me I'll find a way. Don't break me, I'm here to stay. All these dreams go passing by. We'll find a way to bring back sunlight. Don't tempt me, I'll find a way. We will find a way.
swear I'll never make that same mistake. I'm always lost in my own head space. I know it's gonna make my heart ache, but only thinking what I wanna say. When I'm high, I get low, 'cause I know that I'm not with you. Let me go to where I call home, in the arms of someone I knew.
And guys, we're back with the much awaited Team Soul versus Team Zero Degree. Crimson, what do you have to say about this? How excited are you for this matchup? Yep, absolutely. And we see Eldegoss ban from Team Zero Degree and a Blissey ban from Team Soul. So definitely very interesting to see Blissey being banned consistently.
No, I mean,
And
yeah. I did not
yep.
expect Blissey to get so much banned because we have not seen her in games yet, at least.
Well, I guess she was expected to be the surprise element, and everyone saw that surprise element coming.
I guess the meta has been shifting that way.
Yep. And interesting. We see Mime and Wigglytuff as the supporters from Team Soul, and Mamoswine on the Pokemon Slowbro from Team Zero Degree.
True, I think these are some interesting. This is going to be an interesting match. Looking at the team comp, Mamoswine suddenly being picked a lot. I don't think there has been a patch change.
Yep, very interesting to see for sure, Crimson.
Has there been a change patch?
No, the patch hasn't changed, but I think the Mamoswine picks uh, is going to be interesting to see because I don't know, I mean, in the current meta, I don't know how effective Mamoswine is, to be very very honest with you.
Even a Mr. Mime coming out. Character supports that we don't see usually are being used. There you go.
See, mine, given his CC, is always a viral sport in my opinion. Just look at that, and that is a classic example of what I was just talking about.
He's been nerfed pretty hard. Like the CC timing has gone down quite a bit. He had good stuns if you hit them in the wall, but now it's quite lackluster. If you ask me. At least for me, I
I
guess.
guess we will have to see that.
Okay.
It is a fight, or I think this is a fight of brains versus bronze in this case. I mean, mine is all about the ability placement and skill use, and Mamoswine and Slowbro obviously being brawn here, very very tanky Pokemon.
Yeah. I guess yeah. They're poking pretty hard. They're poking each other pretty hard here. Let's see. I think this should turn into an interesting one.
Indeed, and blows being exchanged here from both teams. Let's see. So far, not much action. I think both the players, equal in level. Machoka and Lucario just exchanging scores, I guess. So far, Lucario from 0 degree with slight lead. Machoka retreating here.
So in this team comp, what do you think? Who is at a better position? Who is in more like a favorable position in your opinion? Or you think both the
I
teams are
mean,
equally matched?
I would definitely say they're quite well matched, but given that it's Greninja, which I personally lean towards, as their attacker or their primary jungler
Hmm.
versus Cinderace, it's going to be an interesting matchup because they're both very high DPS Pokemon, and definitely something to watch out for.
Mm. And what do you think of playing Venusaur in lane and compare against Greninja in lane? Which would you rather have in lane?
I mean, in lane I would have a Venusaur for sure because Greninja in the lane early game is not. It is very fragile, in my opinion. And there we speak. We talk about Greninja and takes knocks out Mr. Mime in the meanwhile, and looks like Wigglytuff is going to be in trouble here, taken out by Ivysaur, and Machoke takes out Greninja in the meanwhile. Team Soul in a little bit of trouble here. Zero Degree getting a couple of knockouts there, but then I think Soul also exchanging both teams exchanging blows, getting plenty of knockouts, and all the Pokemon respawning and running back into the fight now.
Ooh, the Dreadnought is quite low. I think if they force it, they might.
And Lucario charging his Unite. Let Zero
Nice.
Degree steal it.
Oh, Zero Degree looking fire here.
Unite being popped by Machamp there from Team Soul. Soul on the counter attack now, looking to get some points. Cinderace gets a double KO. And let's see if they can score some points.
Yep, I think they can.
Cinderace knocked out Slowbro. So Soul looking to convert some points here. Soul looking to convert some points. They get in the 30 dunk from that Cinderace. Sorry, from that mine. And meanwhile, Wigglytuff scores 9 points as well. In the top lane, Rotom, the fight still hasn't begun. Both teams just trying to rush through that Rotom quickly. Wigglytuff with that lullaby. Gets the beam, might be in trouble here. Nice save there, and Unite's being popped here. Mamoswine now in trouble. Cinderace on the chase. Mamoswine escaped. Slowbro, Venusaur now caught out, taken out by Cinderace. And Team Zero Degree now in some trouble here. Greninja now joins the party, takes out Machamp. Cinderace scores some points in the meanwhile, and Team Soul disengaged.
I mean, Team Soul has the upper hand, but somehow it feels like Zero Degree is on the better side.
Well, I mean, I think it's very, very even here. Very difficult to say who has the upper hand, to be very honest. Soul does have the points, but I think Zero Degree got the Dreadnought. So the level difference would count as much as well. Meanwhile, the Rotom fight has begun. Both teams going for it. I think Zero Degree going on it first, and Soul might be looking to get it, but Soul is not there. Nowhere to be found. Zero Degree get that
They
Rotom
already
uncontested.
rotated towards the Dreadnought. Dang it. Okay. And it
Yep.
Dreadnought is out. Pikachu already here. I mean, this is quite. I'm not sure if Soul played this fight personally.
Well, and because as a result of that, Zero Degree able to score 45 points, they let the Rotom into the base. Machamp knocks out Greninja in the meanwhile with his Unite. Unite's being popped here from both teams. And Zero Degree looking in trouble here, disengage. Machamp scores 40 points for Team Soul. And Soul now in the lead by 20 points.
Interesting. I think while playing Venusaur in lane, I think at least you should go for the Solar Beam combo in place of.
Reaching the Touch Bomb Solar Beam combo.
Yeah.
Cinderace with that Unite knocks out the Lucario. Mamoswine jumps right into the fray and takes out the Wigglytuff. Greninja takes out the Pikachu. And Team Zero Degree now getting that advantage once again onto the Dreadnought. Should look to get it. Venusaur a little low here. Might want to back off. Mine being zoned out there by Mamoswine. Very well.
I think just because right now I feel his Petal Dance and Solar Beam, it's not Solar Beam, but Giga Heat. Am I right?
Giga Drain.
Giga Drain, yeah. So Giga Drain and Solar, this Petal Dance don't seem to go well because these days we have Slow Smoke, right? So his chase
Yep.
potential has been reduced quite a bit.
Indeed.
He's been forced into a. If the people drop 2 to 3 Slow Smokes, even a full heal can't save him. Like,
Save you.
Yeah.
Yep.
so I
And
think Solar Beam seems to be a better option in this. Right now, meta, I think the farther you are, the better off you are.
I think now both teams are not focusing on this Rotom again. Interesting to see. 20 points apart, almost Zapdos time. Almost time for the final stretch. Let's see. So Snowy now looking to get that Rotom. Slowbro in to defend. They just want to buy time here. They want to waste some time. and they are successful now.
The final
But I
stretch.
think Zero Degree will definitely go into this fight with a little bit of an upper hand. They've got two Dreadnoughts. They will have a somewhat of a level difference. Soul, meanwhile, getting the 20 points. Zapdo, Machan, they're trying to do the bush check, gets a blank card. And finally, the engage begins. Slowbro starts. Slowbro taken out by Cinderace immediately.
Yep, I think now this they are solely in a better position, but I think if they keep this up, I think this is not good.
Multiple unites being popped. Mine takes out Mamoswine. Soul definitely looking very strong here. Macam knocks out Greninja. Cinderace takes out Lucario. Wipe clean here, Team Zero Degree. And Soul will definitely look to get this lapped off and score some points.
Soul played this really good, like how they zoned the enemies out, like, the constant pressure they were able to keep. And Cinderace, oh, we could get a surrender from the side of Zero Degree.
Yes, indeed. Zero Degree. Quick surrender there. And with that, I think, it's time. To the viewers, are watching, definitely it is the team Soul seriously at Light Gaming, and Soul, definitely taking the first match away there quite convincingly
Yep,
at the end. Don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be right back with the next match coming at you: Soul versus Zero Degree.
absolutely.
clock is ticking and you're still missing out on something. Just keep waiting. That's what they all said. Just sit back, look.
And guys, we're back with game 2 of Soul versus Zero Degree. I'm
Yep.
joined by Crimson.
Yeah, I'm really excited for this silence. What do you say? There was a Blissey and an Eldegoss, two supports being banned out.
Yes, indeed. Blissey and Eldegoss being banned. Lucario, Mine, Snorlax, Cramorant. So Cramorant being used very much in this, I think in this matchup today, the way we're seeing Cramorant being used, which has not been so frequent in the previous rounds. And
Yep.
then you use of Snorlax and Mr. Mime as well.
Yep. Just a few days back, we were talking about how Cramorant fell off the meta suddenly, and now again, just in a few days, the teams have proven me wrong, and they have bought out the Cramorant, they have bought out the Greninja. So the draft pick, I guess, is one of these one essential part of why this is coming out. Like taking out favorite picks, so they are forced to bring out their next favorite picks.
Yes, absolutely. I think it's increasing the player's hero pool or Pokemon pool in this case
Exactly.
because you're forced to sort of adapt because if your opponent picks something which you wanted to pick, you have to rework your entire strategy.
Exactly. That's the best part of why this draft has always been a favorite for like in almost every MOBA games throughout and through till now.
Yes, absolutely. And with that, I think we get started in game 2 here. Seoul definitely wanting to build that lead that they've built up in the first game, so they want to take it to home 2-0.
Exactly.
And Zero Degree will definitely try to make a comeback here. So let's see what happens.
Yep, and I think we all remember if people who have played Arena of Valor, if you guys remember, we had to grind to get draft till
Well,
platinum.
yes.
Pokemon
Yes,
Unite
yes,
players
yes.
do not know that, but yeah, just a fun fact.
So yes, absolutely. I think we will the Unite community will also look forward to a draft system very soon, and hopefully the publishers will listen to the community
Yep.
and release a draft system very soon. But yeah, I think Crowd Control as a first or initiative has definitely tried to bring out the draft system in this particular tournament. The first for the
Exactly.
Indian community for sure,
Yep.
and it's very interesting.
I mean, drafts are always interesting. The strategies completely flip over the head
Yes,
when you
yes,
know.
I see true strategies coming out, and when you're in the lobbies discussing with these teams, the ways they strategize, the things they talk about, it's very unique, and each team has a different strategy, and you'll a lot of times see the play being or the picks being done exactly as they predicted. So
Yeah.
it's very interesting.
And yeah, we see this Cinder scoring 27 points for his team, zero degree, and the Snorlax being taken out for the side of 0 degree. Will they be able to take out this? Oh yeah, they take it out. Mr. Mime be taken out by the Snorlax. Slow bro. Oh, use by Slows. Sorry, silence first.
Yes, well, I would say that, but yes, Slowbro in some trouble here. Slowbro escapes finally, and Machoke and Lucario battling it out. So a lot of times, in the previous round, you'd see Lucario versus Lucario, which would
Lucario,
get quite
yes.
boring. But I think, Machoke versus Lucario is definitely interesting to watch out here.
I mean, they still play it like Lucario would be Lucario things like we like to call here at CC.
Yes, indeed. And Talonflame tries to get a surprise one on that Lucario, but the Lucario backs out wisely. So,
Yep. This match is quite interesting. I mean, Cramorant as a Pokemon has a lot of damage CC for him, going for him. Oh, Talonflame coming in, taking out the.
if Snorlax and Cramorant there, just as you were talking about them, you you jinx them, and Cramorant
Absolutely.
gets the knockout. And Talonflame definitely proving why he's so deadly in that meta there, because he can just dive in with that Brave Bird and really take you down.
Talonflame probably is one of the most consistent Pokemon in Pokemon Unite yet, I guess. Oh, Cramorant being
Yes.
taken out again. Like a
Look at that! Look at that Brave Bird with precision there. Very, very deadly on that Talonflame cars
Yep, and
there.
this team playing wonderfully, setting him up well. I think. Oh, takes it.
Macho.
Oh, easy
Yes,
one, Macho.
indeed. Macho takes it
Still
home.
Macho.
Talonflame with that Unite. Team Soul on the chase. 0 degree trying to back off. And Soul will get some knockouts here. Gets a double. Machoke. Wigglytuff gets a knockout on Cramorant. Meanwhile, Cinderace knocks out Machoke. And then we see a disengage. Not before Wigglytuff knocks out Cinderace. Soul now in the lead by 40 points.
Would you think would like Soul's strategy still far this far? How do you think they have played? Like, what are your thoughts on both the teams as a whole? Yet,
So I think very balanced matchup. I would say. In fact, all the 8 teams that made to quarters are very very people that have really earned their slots and fought it out. Tooth and nail. But in this particular matchup, I think Soul and 0 degree, two very evenly matched teams. Soul, of course, a name in itself, but 0 degree giving them a run for their money for sure. And with that, they get that Protom right under their nose.
yep. I mean, that was very well played by the Cinderace there. Going in at the right time, getting it home. Pikachu coming out with his Unite here. Machamp also using up his Unite, I think. Oh, there you go. Talonflame taking out the.
And Soul taking home that lead there, now in the lead by over 100, almost 150 points. Soul getting that Dreadnought really helped them get that level advantage, and you can see that it's really beginning to tell now.
Yep.
They're really dominating them in those team fights, so looking strong.
You're on fire!
Cramorant is not looking pretty hot in this match. At least not yet. He's been on the wrong side of Talonflame all the time. Has been caught out by that Talonflame. I think a little bit of him. He needs to play a little bit more on the safer side to deal the damage, because he's probably the only DPS, AoE DPS at least.
And both these teams converging on that Dreadnought. Once again, Unite's being popped out. Cramorant with his Unite gets taken out. Talonflame meanwhile knocks out Cinderace. Machamp takes out Cramorant. Lucario still fighting out, taken down by Talonflame takes out Mime in the meanwhile. And once again, Team Soul getting the better of that fight. Will look to get that Dreadnought quite easily. Lucy there will be bullied here, a 1-on-4 situation, and Soul gets the Dreadnought quite easily once again.
I mean, Soul Kaz on his Talonflame has been proving himself over and over again in this tournament that you want to ban him out. You want to ban that Talonflame out, but I guess.
Yeah, I think it's very interesting to see that we've seen mostly the support being banned.
Yep.
In the ban situations, and therefore people getting not as many opportunities. I think in the time to come with more Pokemon being released, hopefully we'll see more or multiple bans here. And meanwhile, Talonflame is up in some trouble here. Talonflame dives in. Pikachu knocks out Lucario, and Pikachu will get 40 points in here for Team Soul.
Oh, Kaz misses him. Oh my god, he misses both and still takes him out, okay? That was pretty. Oh god. This Talonflame right on point in every Brave Bird yet. Just missing the last one.
Yes, indeed. And Talonflame cause. Wow, he's not scared to fight at 0 HP. Very deadly on the Talonflame there.
Yep. And they have secured the Rotom. This will create immense pressure on 0 degree in this situation, forcing their players back.
All in the lead by 200 points now. 0 degree definitely under a bit of pressure.
Yep.
They will need to score some points before Zapdos, or before the Zapdos fight, to get some sort of level, cover some of the level gap that they've developed here.
We have two different, like, if you had noticed, Mr. Salman, there was two different types of games. Last match was a really low scoring match, and this is both the matches yet with Soul versus 0 degree have been high scoring matches. We have seen two different team matches dynamics.
Yes, indeed. So yeah, in the Alpha Q match, definitely they were relatively lower scoring matches, but Soul versus 0 degree, both the matches have been quite high scoring.
Yep. So it's quite interesting how, at least till the Zapdos fight, both the teams in the last game were quite quiet. If you ask me, no one had pressurized each other until the very end.
Right. Right, indeed.
But this game has all been about how one team is pressurizing, taking fights, initiating fights constantly. And again, we see another fight coming out, Talon Flame coming out with this Unite, Machamp coming at with this Unite, Pikachu Power Cupping is Unite too. Ooh, so many Unites, I've lost track.
Well, and Talonflame getting a double knockout there, takes out the Lucario. Machamp meanwhile knocks out the Mime, and Soul once again get the better of that fight. All 5 Pokemon knocked out for 0 degree. Soul will go on to that Zapdos and will look clean it up before 0 degree can make it in.
Yep.
And causing some trouble here. Ooh, they get the Zapdos just in time. And Team Soul will get some points in here for sure.
Yeah, I mean, they can try, but it's very difficult for them to stop. Okay, will score. They are just running and we will score no matter what.
Yeah, I think at this point, it's the goal and your life. That's it. Your life depends on reaching the goal. That's it. That's all it's about.
Absolutely right. Cramorant a good pick, but I think they could have done better. Frankly,
Do you see the score right now, Chris? It's 7-1-1 to 1-1-7.
absolutely quite
Reverse
a
digit.
yeah.
So yes, I
Oh,
think Soul definitely looking to close it in 2-0, and Machamp now Snowy on the chase for Karuitaki. Karuitaki trying to escape, taken out by Machamp. Machamp now caught in between and will be knocked out here. Meanwhile, Lucario trying to get some desperate last minute points in here, but will not be enough for sure. Soul win the second game by almost 600 points, and game 3, will Soul be able to knock it, clean it up 3-0, or do you think we'll go into a fourth match?
I mean, I hope we go into a four match because these two teams are wonderful. They like I have like till now the games have quality of games have increased immensely, and I think it'll be a fun game to watch for everyone, including us.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think this is going to be very, very fun. Third game, very excited. Don't go anywhere, guys. You're watching live shots, and keep destroying that share button and keep liking.
Yep.
Be right back.
Be right back.
is all that I've got. The scars and all these empty walls have gone away. I open my eyes as you will see. Now again, we've been down this road too long. Whoa. You told me all you needed was my love, but you take too much. I hope you've had enough. You told me all you needed was my love, but you take too much. I hope you've had enough. The scars are burning. The scars are burning. The scars are burning. Take me from the start. I should run, but I don't. Wait till I wait to know where to go. It's in my heart to follow you. Rain down, but my feelings always burn. Way too long, way to know. Whoa, now, 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 way too long, way too long. Now, 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 way too long, way too long, way too long. Please don't fall. This is all that I've got. The scars and all these empty walls have gone away. I open my eyes as you will see. Not again. We've been down this road too long. Whoa. You told me all you needed was my love, but you take too much. I hope you've had enough. You told me all you needed was my love, but you take too much. I hope you've had enough. The scars are burning. The scars are burning. The scars are burning. Take me from the start. I should run, but I don't. Way too long, way too now, way to go. It's in my heart to follow you. Rain down, but my feelings always burn. Way too long, way to know. Whoa, now, 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 way too long, way too long. And my feelings go you back. Then again, this ain't a love, it's just a misery.
said I'll hold on. It's a simple principle, but now I'm stuck on my own. I need to find a way to save myself, since I'm not a hero.
And guys, we're back with game 3 of Seoul versus Team Zero Degree. Seoul taking away the first two games quite convincingly. Plenty of life shots there, plenty of crazy plays. Crimson, what do you think? What's going to happen in game 3 here?
I mean, I'm looking forward to this match right now. Both the teams have been playing wonderfully. I hope
Awesome, awesome.
these two can give us another wonderful action-packed game for us.
Yep. And the bans remaining very consistent. So, I think we were talking about this earlier.
Yeah.
Both the teams choosing to ban supports and, definitely very consistently supports being banned across all the games.
Yep, I think that's a good people have understand the value of support more than their carries now. And let's
Yes, indeed.
jump into the game. What do you say?
Absolutely. Let's jump right into the game. Some very interesting picks here from both these teams. We see Pikachu, Wigglytuff, Slowbro, Talonflame, and Machamp. So, most of the picks remaining consistent for Seoul. I think we see Pikachu being swapped out. Not sure if he was there in the previous game. And then we see a Mammoth in 90s coming out from Team Zero Degree. So they're looking to get the CC in, get the crowd control, get some live shots in, and take it home. Do you think they'll be able to succeed?
Ninetales and Mammoth find two ice types in one game. Let's hope they can take this home then. I'm not
Yes, indeed. Yes,
really confident about the comp, but yeah.
yes. Let's see what they can do here. I think, I wouldn't say I'm not confident. I'm definitely quite confident. uh, you know, uh, in terms of seeing what these two teams can take up. And Mammoth 90s, trust me, they can really freeze the ice field. They can really, take it home for Team for Team Zero Degree
I
if
mean,
done right.
yeah, I mean that's a lot of CC and no damage at that point of time. That's what I think is the issue here on my end. Like something like a
So
Gardevoir does CC but has a good amount of damage. That is what we might should be looking for, to be frank.
I think they have the damage in the form of the Cinderace, and even Ninetales. The damage has been buffed quite a bit lately. So I wouldn't necessarily say that they don't have enough damage. It's just about how soon they can level up, because definitely they would need Ninetales to become that, get the levels power spike early on.
Against a Pikachu Ninetales again is the question is a peak because Pikachu scales up and
Ooh, zero HP escape there.
yeah. For me, I think Pikachu scales up like the game goes on, but for a Ninetale, it tends to fall off at the end. She's strong in the mid game, but after that, I feel it's a little bit of a 50-50.
Not sure. I mean, Ninetales late game. I've seen them doing decent damage at times, but I think overall compared to Pikachu, maybe Ninetales would have Pikachu would have the upper hand. And slow smoke being used there, disengaged from Team Zero Degree.
I mean, people have adapted slow smoke so perfectly. Like how they use it for defense and offense these days is really amazing to watch. Like the speed people adapted to the slow smoke.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I think that's what the devs are trying to generate.
I
More
think the
engagement.
Ninetale, yep, Ninetale's been taken out here. Even the Mammoth Swine been taken out.
Pikachu gets a double KO. As you were saying, I think definitely early on Pikachu looking strong, and maybe that and meanwhile Wigglytuff scores 19 points for Team Seoul. Zero Degree on the other hand getting some good points in the top lane. The Cinderace has scored, the Lucario has scored.
I think the best place for Nighttails, in my opinion, would be the support position where she can deal damage and some CC. But yeah, main DPS
Well,
not
that's
so
an
confident.
interesting thought. That's a very interesting thought. Ninetales on support position. I mean, okay, we're definitely seeing a lot of new metas. Maybe that's what we'll see in the near future as well.
Yep, I think now everyone is waiting for the bees and the bees have spawned. The fight begins. Ooh, Talon Flame coming in again, taking out the Cinderace. Will he be able to take the Mamoswine? No, the Mamoswine escapes.
Meanwhile,
Oh,
Lucario gets a knockout in the top lane. Look at that brave bird from Kaz. He just flew in and took him out.
Yep, absolutely. Even for the side of Soul, like the cars on his Talon Flame, again not banned out here. Even though knowing fully well, 0 degree knowing fully well that cars on his Talon Flame. Yep, he does this. I mean, we really need to talk about the guy's Talon Flame.
I know, right? I mean, Talonflame just ripping through the back lines of Team 0 degree here.
Yep. Oh, Cinderace coming in for this. Oh, there you go. Lucario saying, go kill for the Talon Flame. I feel 0 degree should have banned out the Talon Flame. Yep. He is a menace right now for the side of 0 degree.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Yep.
Team 0 degree definitely is in trouble, but 90 is beautiful steal there. And a double KO.
Whoa. I mean, yeah, this is the point where the Ninetales is the strongest. Like the first, the between, the mid game where she deals the highest damage also.
Yes, and so man, look at that! Look at that! 3 Pokemon frozen there in crowd control, and this is what happens when you see a Mamoswine and Ninetales combo coming into play.
Oh, I think this Mamoswine and oh no, talk Ninetales.
Talk about
clutching.
freezing up the battlefield.
Absolutely, the Ninetales is playing it really good. Okay, I am impressed here actually. Did not think the Ninetales could be so useful.
Yes, indeed.
The
Yes,
fox being
indeed.
the foxy one.
You have been foxed, Crimson.
I know, right? But yeah.
Yes, Ninetales and Mamoswine definitely proving their worth here in the early stage of the game for Team 0 degree.
You're in trouble.
Soul now struggling a little bit.
Ooh. Nice.
Can we see some support from the Soul fans in the chat, guys? Can we have some Soul with some fire in the chat to show support for your favorite team? Of course, if there are any 0 degree fans, please support the team as well, guys. Meanwhile, 0 degree getting the Rotom. So both the objectives here going to 0 degree, looking to pick up on that confidence here. And meanwhile, 19 taken out by that Talonflame.
The Talonflame has been on a hunt. He has been hunting down every chance he gets. He's been the hawk. He's supposed to.
Yes, with the very sharp talents for sure.
Yep.
And once again, we see a fight brewing for Dreadnought here. Cinderace starting that. Dreadnought unites being popped here. My pops unite. Talonflame joins the party and Slowbro gets a knockout on the Ninetales. Cinderace knocks out Machamp. The fight continues here. Wigglytuff in trouble, taken out by that Cinderace. Slowbro will likely be knocked out. Talonflame with the Brave Bird takes out, gets a double KO there and takes it away for Team Soul.
Talonflame just comes in. Oh, the dodge coming
Oh,
out by the
Lucario still
Lucario.
continuing to fight.
Oh,
Nice dukes, nice dukes. Lucario getting a knockout on that Slowbro. Lucario finally in trouble here. Might be taken out by the Machamp. Here he is. And meanwhile, Ninetales takes out the Machamp. So the Dreadnought still surviving here. And
Oh,
the
I
only
think
survivor in the battlefield so far.
Yes. Oh no, Ninetales takes
Once
it home.
again, Alolan Ninetales taking it home for Team 0 degree and gets a double knockout. So, you know, the Fox really foxing everyone here, right from the casters to see Team Soul.
Yep, I mean, Team Soul, this was quite an upset if you ask me.
Could this mean trouble for Team Soul? Pikachu pops Unite, takes out the Mamoswine, on the chase with Mime. Mime pushes him away, trying to escape. Dodges that surf quite well, but taken out by Pikachu anyway.
I mean, I would have rather given my kill to the mine. Sorry, the Slowbro compared to giving it to the Pikachu. Free
Well,
experience.
yes. Yes, that is a valid point, Crimson. And now the Rotom has spawned, and both teams reaching out. This is a very important Rotom.
Oh, it's
Whichever
gone.
team gets it
It's
can put some
already
pressure.
gone to
Oh,
zero. Oh my. By the
I'm
time
sorry.
we finished talking, they were already had.
Yep, 0 degree. On point here.
Okay, okay. Will this be a comeback story?
Well, let's see. Well, let's see. Crimson going into the final stretch. Both these teams will be eagerly looking to get this
Oh,
Zapdos. They
20
know they're
points
very
left.
close.
20,
Only
30 points.
34 points apart.
Okay. Both the teams just waiting it out, waiting to see what happens.
And meanwhile, Machan scores 56 points for Team Soul, getting them in the lead now by about 22 points.
Ramos trying with his Unite for Pikachu with his Unite Talent Flame for going over in Cinders.
And while that fight erupts, yes, Team
he
Soul going
catches
on
the
the edge.
Talent Flame catches the Night
Lucario.
with his Unite actually. Okay, this just turned over.
Yup. Team Soul have turned this game on its head. Will get the Zapdos and will look to wrap it up 3-0. So both the games, I think, both the matches today, the teams have winning have done it in a clean sweep in style and proving that they're looking to dominate in the semifinals as well.
Yep.
What do you think, Crimson?
I mean, I'm looking forward to the next phase of matches because the only people surviving will be the strong. Oh my.
Well, we're going to see some epic battles in the semis for sure. Some huge teams and some huge upsets. I mean, Bichu Gang taking it home 3-0. I mean, I never doubt their capabilities. But, beating a team like Alpha Cube 3-0, is definitely stands for something.
Yep.
And of course, in this game, Soul standing true to their name, true to their fame, just taking it home in this quarterfinals and looking to go into the semis 3-0.
I want to know this Pikachu build. He has been using his Unite like it is nothing from the last 2 minutes. This is his second unit in 1 minute.
You would
1.5
most
minutes.
likely have a buddy barrier if that's what you're looking for.
Buddy bag is given.
No, sorry, not buddy barrier.
Megaphone, I guess. Phone, whatever. I
The
like
phone.
to
Okay,
like
the megaphone Crimson, if you want to call it that. So yes, guys, with that, third match coming to an end. Team Soul taking it on 3-0 against 0 degree. 0 degree unable to stand against the might of Team Soul here. Just I think Talonflame cars will definitely deserve a special mention in all the games. Just devastating their backlines with the Talonflame. All those brave birds, they were so accurate, Crimson.
Yep, they were absolutely perfectly timed. They were just. It is amazing to see how he did not miss. Okay, he missed a few, but his consistency on a Talon Flame is commendable. And 0 degree not learning the lesson and banning out Talon Flame was also, I think, one reason they were. Let's just had the underarm or something.
Well, I would say that is very debatable because I mean overall as a team, Talonflame can be countered with Wigglytuff, so they should have likely tried to get the Wigglytuff. Is would be my opinion because in terms of the ban, I would say they are on point. Eldegoss is not something you want to give to your opponent. You'll have consistent healing in the lane, and that is definitely something you do not want to give to your opponent on a platter.
I mean, Wigglytuff was the first pick for the side of Soul, I'm assuming. Machamp and the Wigglytuff. I'm assuming. Oh yeah, no, the
Oh,
Pikachu and the Wigglytuff were taken at the first. So yeah, so they were
right.
They were forced to pick that Lucario in lane because, well,
Agree, agree. Very, very valid point, Crimson. Indeed, interesting observation. But let's see. I think I guess you'd have to we'd have to see how teams improvise and adapt to these situations
I mean,
because
how
that's what's
people
really going to make the difference.
understand draft. Now the question comes: how people understand draft? Because there's a lot of matches that they call, like we like to call, say this match was decided in draft kind of situations.
Hmm.
So people
Well,
really need to get that going for them.
interesting, very interesting observation, Crimson. So with that, we conclude game two of the quarterfinals, guys. Tomorrow's matches start at 12 p.m. in the morning, in the afternoon, and of course, you're watching live shots presented to you by Crowd Control Esports, platform partners Rush.gg, merchandise partners Hype Sports, creative partners Sports Media, NGO partners Seeds, and media partners Core Live the Game.
Yep.
And guys, of course, this is esports for a cause. We're on a very important mission to help establish the contribution that esports can have for a nation, to let the world know what esports can do. And of course, the mission or the purpose of this is to encourage and inform our esports communities, our youth about the vaccination, that how important it is for everyone to get vaccinated. Hundreds and thousands of people have lost their lives because of COVID. It is a global pandemic, not to be taken lightly. Therefore, everyone is encouraged to get vaccinated, to stay home, stay safe, wear masks at all times, and take care.
Yep.
With that, Crimson, thank you so much for joining me today. It's been a pleasure speaking to you guys, and we look forward to speaking to you tomorrow as well.
Yep.
If you haven't subscribed, make sure to hit that bell icon.
I mean, we have some interesting matches coming up. We have Universe 7 going up against Matka Gang, our first match tomorrow at 12 o'clock. And we have Void going up against Team JD at 1:30. Guys, please be sure to tune in for these amazing matches. And we will have our semi-finals too tomorrow. So,
Absolutely, absolutely. And just to inform our viewers, Universe 7 is the same team as Infinite Protocol. They've just been rebranded. And congratulations to Team Infinite Protocol on getting that get acquired.
yep. Silence is, Pet is also looking forward. He has decided to take his throne in front of the, I guess, the best seat in the house.
Sorry, what? Completely lost you there. But yes,
Man sitting on the cushion, but okay, let's not go there.
well, yes, indeed, yes, indeed.
Alright,
So with that, guys,
guys.
yes, Crimson, please.
I was going to say good night and see you tomorrow.
Absolutely, absolutely, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Pleasure hosting you all. Good night. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great day ahead. Stay safe. Stay home. Stay home. Stay safe. And happy gaming.